Hey guys, we're the Mukbang Bros.
Bros.
Welcome to our Taco Bell Mukbang video. So, we have to do a Taco Bell one, another one again. Hit him with the Reaper fries real quick. You feel me?
What are they? 349.
Yup.
We got two each.
Yup.
And we went to the beach today, so we grabbed some tips. But we also gonna be talking about the
boys,
the new
Amazon Prime TV series,
The Boys, which is amazing. Go watch it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We also are going to bring some chips.
Yeah.
And
just to mix it up a little. We got our Cheetos and our
spicy, sweet chili Doritos.
Alright, but I'm Elijah.
I'm Mike.
Let's get into it. Okay, so how did you feel about The Boys?
It was really interesting.
And why? At this point, we're going to put spoiler in the context right here. So, I'm going to wait for 3 seconds, at least 10, actually. Okay, so if you haven't already, looked at the video to go watch The Boys on Amazon Prime, or however you want to watch it, come back to this video, because we're going to talk about spoilers as well, just to let y'all know. But I'm going to let you talk about it, because I'm about to get my stuff settled up for food, for eating wise.
The more, probably one of the most craziest.
Also, here goes my Reaper fries too, so that goes that.
Probably the most craziest show I didn't watch yet.
Really?
Probably one of the most, yeah.
What did you say it was up there with the Daredevil's Netflix TV series?
Yeah.
That's interesting, actually, that you say that.
It was definitely an interesting concept about, the dude's girlfriend dying.
Okay, so basically, for y'all who don't know, essentially this is how it's set up as the beginning. And we already said spoiler with the 10 seconds before this. A minute or two before this, but in 10 seconds to wait for you guys to click out the video. But yeah. Basically, it's set up in a world where, heroes are treated as celebrities. They don't, quote unquote, have any consequences like how celebrities are viewed. Basically, whatever they do can be covered up and so on and so forth. And you're going to find out as you watch the show, what type of stuff these characters do. Now, those aren't only the main characters. They're called the Seven. They're basically like the Justice League and DC Avengers to a certain extent, basically stopping threats of, terrorism, like street level thugs, that sort of stuff, basically. But then you have the Boys.
They're the opposite. They want to get back. They want to get back at these people.
The Seven.
Because they do a lot of horrible things that nobody knows about. And everybody seems like they're just superheroes.
Because they're marketed that way, they're advertised that way, and they quote unquote act that way. But it's all a facade, obviously. Kind of like celebrities who act like they actually care about their fans.
Yeah.
So, a really interesting concept. And this is based off of a comic back in, I think, the early 90s or mid-2000s, something like that. I don't really know a lot about it. And I read a lot of comics. But now this makes me want to read the comics.
Yeah, I couldn't believe how crazy it was. I didn't think it was going to be as crazy as it seemed, but I knew it was going to be good, at least decent from the trailer, but
you weren't expecting something like that, though.
They went after them pretty hard. They
definitely.
They did a lot of interesting stuff. A lot of these superheroes think they're untouchable. Nobody can do nothing to them, and the Boys proved them very wrong.
So now, we're going to wait for the second season.
Yeah, we're ready for the second season.
We're ready, get on it, please.
There's
if you can, just do it.
There's a very interesting plot twist.
At the last episode. We're not going to spoil that, though. We're definitely not going to spoil that. And I know I said spoilers in 10 seconds, but we're basically just talking about, the series as itself. So I don't even really need to say spoilers. Unless you want to bring up certain plot points that you liked in the series.
I like the plot point and them all coming together, and the reason why they came together is because they pretty much don't like them, and they pretty
And
much
they have, reasons for not liking them, so they're all equally like dislike superheroes to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's funny to me because, like, the guy who actually created the boys does not like superheroes.
Oh, you know?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Because how the show is written, it makes sense. But I will say this. If your kid is not of age, please don't let them watch the show.
100% honesty. Like, that's a mature show. That's as mature as it can get. 100% honesty. Like, like, there's nudity, there's drug references, foul language, that sort of stuff that you usually expect. Violence, obviously, because, they're called the boys. If you ever read the comic, look them up if you're allowed to. If you're of age, whatever. It's also a very dark, mature comic. So,
there are sex scenes in there. It's not a lot, but there are.
Yeah. So we would definitely advise for, younger viewers to not watch it. But, okay. I want to ask you something too, actually, about this series.
What?
So compared to every other perspective on how superheroes are viewed in media and stuff now, compared to the boys, what do you think is the best part of the differences? What do you think is the worst part of the differences between the two and how they're handled in the media? Like your Avengers, your Justice League. You see what I'm saying? Like that sort of thing versus the boys. That's what
I think.
Or Daredevil, the Punisher, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones.
Everybody needs to understand that a human like us that make mistakes, they can be good or bad. It doesn't matter. Just because they're a superhero don't mean they're necessarily good. And stuff like that, people need to understand that just because they're superheroes don't mean that they're always so much of a superhero.
No, I think it's really interesting. The concept kind of is showing that, look, you might have abilities, but your actions do have consequences, 100% regardless of who you are. Which I always like that when they do it in TV shows and movies. Which is something rare you see in that, because realistically it's not really the case for most rich people, which I think should happen, who are corrupt at least.
And just because you're a superhero don't mean a regular person can't touch you.
Oh yeah.
And hurt you in some way that another superhero can.
And there's scenes where they actually make fun of comic tropes, and it's so funny. You have no idea. Like, they're referencing like how, they have movies and stuff of superheroes, and like how they did of celebrities back in the day, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, they had this character, right? And he used to be a celebrity TV star because his powers were basically, being able to see what people can think and see, that sort of thing. And, it was back in the 80s, and he's a grown man and that sort of thing, and people were staring at him for it. It's kind of like, how you have celebrities from the, kid to younger days, and, you see it now, they're adults, they're so only being remembered for that and looked at in the same light. So it's interesting because, people, it's interesting to me that people, typecast these celebrities as, essentially gods. Kind of like what they do with superheroes, for those who do, and try to base their life around that sort of thing. But to look at them in the same light and not think that they don't have the same, malicious, dark, nefarious sort of, intentions that we humans also can have. Because doesn't matter where you're born from, doesn't matter the cloth you're born from, what matters is how you what you do with what you're given.
Mm-hmm.
Because 100%, I would rather meet I would rather meet a poor person with a good heart than a rich person with a foul heart, and or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Because 100%, not only super rich people are mean or evil, that sort of thing. You know, you got to consider where they came from, that sort of thing, and who their parents were, and that sort of thing as well, actually.
Yeah.
But even then, at the end of the day, your actions are caused by you, not fully by who you were born by, to a certain extent. But at the end of the day, your decisions get you to where you're gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part.
That's facts. And it shows that in here that decisions that you make will hurt you or will be for the better, and people um, will understand that going through the show. The show is very interesting. The writer did an amazing job. I'm already ready for part two. There's a lot of twists and turns that you don't see coming. Some of them you do,
But yeah,
that's expected.
it's it's media, and everybody who's watching anything entertainment wise kind of knows certain tropes that they have to follow to make it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, what would you rate the series out of 10 so far for the first season?
I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
I'll give it 9.5 out of 10. Good series, well developed characters. Not a character had missed a beat. Doesn't matter how much screen time they had, they all were important to the story. Mm-hmm. And when they were brought in, they weren't just brought in for cannon fodder, they were actually brought in to progress the plot. And I don't mean a MacGuffin device, I mean actually brought in, but given substance.
Right.
So 100%. This is our, review, kind of spoiler talk for the boys a little bit.
/ Mukbang.
Yep, / Mukbang. Have a good one. Follow your dreams, what you got to do. Work if you got to work, that sort of thing. Wish the best for everybody.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Share the videos.
Yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday, and we gone.
Have a good one. Also, this Taco Bell steak reaper fries was hitting. So I would suggest going to Taco Bell and getting those too. I mean, I work well, like they're actually good and they're affordable.
And guess what? My brother, my bro right here who said he worked at Taco Bell, you only got 2 more weeks and they're gone for good.
Yeah, so you might want to check those out.
So get them while they last, and we gone.
Because on the 15th, they're going to be dropping a new item. I'm not going to say what it is, but you'll find out basically when it comes out. Have a good